38-year-old David Bissonnette was put in Northwest Correctional Facility in the fall of 2016 after failing to post bail for a felony theft charge.
He told prison officials he had something to live for. He wasn't looking at serious time.
According to medical and criminal records obtained by attorney James Valenti, it was known Bissonnette had been an opioid user. The stay behind bars meant he could experience the effects of withdrawal.
He had gone through withdrawal before. You know, he knew that this was different.
Records show Bissonnette began complaining of shortness of breath and chest pain almost immediately following his incarceration on November 5th, 2016.
It was more or less continuous from the day he went in until the day he died. He also disclosed to them that he felt that he had a racing heart, and at one point when they listened to his heart, they actually heard a murmur.
For nearly 17 days, Bissonnette told staff he was in pain. The facility's records say that on November 6th, he told them, "I don't know what is wrong. I've never hurt like this."
And they gave him word search puzzles to try to calm him down.
And on November 21st, he reported, "My heart is pounding loudly."
He was consistently asking for help, and he knew something was wrong.
The entire time Bissonnette was at the facility, he was in solitary confinement, but the records are not detailed as to why.
I suspect that there may be more somewhere that was either lost or destroyed or poorly organized.
November 22nd would be Bissonnette's last day alive.
The medical records on the day of his death are very troubling because there are entries that were entered after the fact. It suggests that in the middle of the night, in the very early morning, he said to two different people, "I have shortness of breath and my chest hurts." And they didn't even take his vital signs.
Bacterial endocarditis caused an infection in his heart. Septic shock set in, and Bissonnette was life-flighted to the University of Vermont Medical Center.
After his third cardiac arrest, I was talking to his mom, and, you know, we kind of just realized that he couldn't do anymore, you know, and it wasn't really fair for him to go through that. I'm not really sure if he was able to hear us, but we kind of just collectively decided that it was time to let him go.
Christine is the mother of Bissonnette's now 11-year-old daughter.
I know that if he wasn't in jail, he wouldn't be gone.
The wrongful death lawsuit against the state of Vermont and several employees of the Vermont Department of Corrections, Christine believes, is the only way Bissonnette will get justice.
It's so disturbing, you know, that somebody, not just somebody, but these somebodies can't have the compassion, you know.
She's very concerned that DOC did not fail Mr. Bissonnette because this was an aberration, but because there was a practice present within this jail and probably other jails.
Practices, Christine says, do not give proper care or due process to opioid users, weaning off addiction.
Just because they're inmates, it doesn't take away their humanity.
In Colchester, Jennifer Harriger, NBC5 News.
Now, NBC5 has reached out to the Department of Corrections for a statement. They told us they are unable to comment at this time given the pending litigation.